We're just slowly cruising, following our friend Kiro in his buggy with his little doggos. Look at them. Are they blue? How good's that? I hate when he says that.
Me?
Yeah.
It's good.
How good's that? Like
whatever. We're back in the rainforest.
We do that though, hey? It'll be like
beach,
rainforest
beach, rainforest, rainforest, beach.
Did you actually remember all that, or was that just made up?
That is 100% accurate, obviously.
As it's still the festive season, we've been laying low, working out our next moves, setting goals for the new year, that kind of thing. So after Christmas, we drove a couple of hours north of the sunny coast to Gumboorian to catch up with our friend on his parents' property. A few travellers pass through as it's approximately a 40-minute drive to Rainbow Beach, but has a lot to offer for a little rural town, including a quirky cafe, berry farm, some of the best pies we've had, and it claims to be the home of Australia's biggest cactus. We were actually surprised how beautiful it is. The rolling hills remind us of the old Windows XP screensaver. Since our travels, we seem to find ourselves staying at a few properties and farms, which is a cheaper way to travel, especially when we run off grid. Speaking of, it's been about 4 months now since we upgraded our Caravan battery setup, so I'll leave you with Tony to give you our experience and how we use the system.
So as the title of this video implies, we wanted to show you guys our off-grid setup in our Caravan. We've already done a video like this back at Stratty, it was a few months ago, and things have changed quite a bit. We can actually run our aircon now, which is pretty cool. I didn't think there was a better time to shoot this video too, seeing as how we're in the hills of Gumboorian. It's really nice, it's really off-grid looking, so it suits what we're trying to do. All the magic boxes, chargers and things that make this whole setup work in terms of our power is mounted under my bed.
Would you like to see?
Under the bed is a little bit occupied at the moment. So under the bed, we've got all of our chargers here, our battery and our inverter. We actually do have an install video on all this as well, and it covers everything in detail and what everything does. All right, guys, so here we are. Andrew, run us through, man, what do we got? So I'm just gonna run through it pretty quick with you guys. So this one here is our AC charger. Basically, this charges our battery when we're plugged into 240 volt power. We never really do. We only ever plug in when there's no other accommodation option. Obviously, we save our gas and stuff like that and plug in. This is our DC-DC charger. So this is what charges the battery when we're plugged into the car driving around. This is our solar charger here. That's quite hot because that's running at the moment. It's a Morningstar TriStar 45 amp solar controller, which takes the solar power and does some magic and sends it into the battery and charges the battery up. The battery is this 200 amp BTEC from Enerdrive. All the gear here is supplied by Enerdrive. Does what most batteries do. This one actually has Bluetooth integrated, so you can talk to your phone. And behind me, oh, might grab that, is the inverter. So this is a 2600 watt inverter with an AC transfer switch and built-in RCD. So basically what that means is this inverter can be wired directly into the Caravan's 240 volt system, and all of our power points work. Basically it's the exact same as if we were to plug the van into power, and it has an automatic switchover so that when you do plug in and plug out, everything kind of stays working as normal. So I wish I wired all this up as neat as this. I'd love to say I did, but I didn't. The guys at Accelerate Auto Electrics did it for us. They're bloody wiring wizards, and it's all nice and neat and works awesome. And they're based on the sunny coast. If I did it, we would have had, I reckon, a few little issues. Wow. Hey Leo, what's going on? Why is Dad on the Caravan roof? Sweet, so on the roof, we've got a total of 5 solar panels, 4 Enerdrive 160 watt panels, and 1 Camec 120 watt panel that was on the roof before we did the upgrade. And in total that is 160, 320, 760 watts of solar, which is heaps, man. That's ample for what we need. We've had some people tell us that our 45 amp controller is too small for 760 watts of solar, but solar panels are never 100% efficient. In midsummer sun right above us, beating down on the Caravan, only ever got it to about 43 point something amps, so I think it is perfectly matched up for this amount of solar. But I'm gonna get off the van now because I'm literally sweating bullets. I am a bit of a solar panel up here. I get the aircon on because it's hot, and I suppose it's a perfect time to show you guys the aircon. So to get the AC going, what we do is we just turn on the inverter at this control panel just here, or on and off button, because that's what it does. Basically gives us 240 power throughout the whole caravan because that inverter's kicked in. Aircon is now on. There we go. So now the aircon's turned on, started up and running. It'll take a bit before it actually starts like purring and doing the aircon thing. But I'll quickly show you guys the amps we're putting in at the moment. So putting in 31 amps, keeping in mind that the inverter being on also pulls about 3 amps just without running anything like that. We've got a fan on. The fridge pulls a little bit of 12 volt power as well. We'll just give it a second and it'll start purring. I'll show you guys just how much it pulls. There we go. So she's just kicked in now. She's purring away. And we're down now to negative 60 amps basically. So that means it's the aircon when running pulls about 100 amps. We're putting in around 40 and it's pulling 100, which puts us at negative 60, quick maths. So people have asked us a lot, how long can you run the aircon for? And that is like asking how long a piece of string is. There's really so many variables when it comes to running the AC, like time of day, what the sun's doing, how hot it is outside, what settings we have the aircon set to. So I'll run you through basically what we've learned over the past few months using this thing most days. When it's hot outside, I keep it set to 26 degrees. It may seem quite warm for an air conditioner, but it basically just means we get longer run time and it's far more comfortable in here with it running at 26 than it would be not running at all. I do sometimes bump it right down to about 20 degrees at the start just to get the van really cool, and then bump it up from there. Through the day, if it's hot outside, like 30s, around those 30s, give or take a little bit, we get around 4 to 5 hours during the day of run time on the AC. It's pretty bloody good. And then nighttime as well, we'll run the aircon for about, I'd say 2 to 3 hours, and that's with no solar in, obviously being nighttime. But the temperature outside is cooler than during the day, which means the aircon needs to run less to keep that temperature. At night time though, I will set the temperature a bit cooler on the AC. I'll probably set it to like 23 to 24 degrees. So that's how we run it. They're the times that we get with the aircon. If you have any other questions regarding the aircon, just shoot us a message on Instagram or leave a comment below. So we run all the appliances we normally would in a house in the caravan. Sorry about the aircon too, guys. I normally turn that off when I'm talking to you, but it's bloody hot outside, so it's staying on. We run our microwave just here, off the system, totally fine. We have a toaster, NutriBullet, and a sandwich press in here somewhere too, I think. And a sandwich press as well. And we run all these appliances like we normally would, no trouble at all. The system does a fantastic job of running it. It doesn't even put a dent in the battery percentage, which is pretty crazy. And to pretty well wrap up the power stuff, we're going to finish with the fridge. So this is our Dometic 186 litre fridge freezer, and it's a 3-way fridge freezer, and it's not into the kinky 3-ways. It just runs on 3 different settings like gas, AC, which is 240 power, and DC. It pretty well lives on gas for us. These fridges are designed to run on gas and it's pretty efficient. We run the fridge and then we go through the 9 kilo gas bottle in about 2 weeks, so 14 days, and that's also running the hot water system once per day or sometimes twice per day for showering and that sort of thing. We can, however, run this on DC power. So pros are running on DC power is if we're home all day, we're really trying to save gas, we can just chuck it on DC during the day while there's solar going in. We'll still be able to charge our battery and run the fridge at the same time, which is awesome. Oh, and it's also quite handy too. So if we're out of gas and we're going to go out for the day, we don't have to run out, grab gas and run back home to the van. We can go out, spend our day out, leaving it on DC, knowing it'll be fine. When we get back in the Arvo, we can just chuck the new gas bottle on and happy days. So with the system that we've got, we can stay off-grid pretty well indefinitely. We wondered how we'd go with rain, but it's been totally fine. Like obviously we don't run the air conditioner while it's raining, and that's the biggest sucker of power. So without that, it still charges up. With the rain and stuff coming down, we were still putting in between like 10 and 15 amps during the day. It's sort of rained where we are here now for like 4 days straight, and we had no power troubles whatsoever. The cost of a setup like this is variable, so it depends on your van, but I'll run you through us here. So the gear from Enerdrive, will cost you between the $6,000 and $7,000 mark. So if you allow that for your gear, for the same sort of setup as us, they do a bunch of other packs and things as well. You can kind of have a look at where they bundle stuff together, and it makes it a bit cheaper. And installing it is really, really dependent on your van. I kind of can't give you an exact figure, but it'll be pretty broad. I'd say anywhere between $3,000 and $6,000 to install a setup like this should cover you. But really, yeah, it depends on your caravan, depends on who's putting it in and how much they're charging you per hour. A huge amount of variables. It is a fairly costly thing, but I guess it does give you that freedom to be off-grid. And in our circumstances where we are living in our caravan full time, it feels really good to know that we're going to have zero power issues and we never ever have to plug into AC if we don't want to. And last thing about living off-grid I think I should cover is the toilet Blackwater, how we deal with our We actually went and dumped our toilet the other day and chucked in some chemical as well. The chemical's awesome. We actually filmed that already, so I'll run that now. So we just killed two birds with one stone. We got Leah to sleep, went for a little drive and dumped our caravan toilet as well. So I'll pop that back in. I want to run you guys through what we use to make our caravan toilet setup work.
Just Boston and Antonio sniffing out our toilet.
Yeah, there was something in You're such a... Nah. Like, it's not often there's liquid, like, still there underneath it. I was like, is that just water? I hope it is. And obviously I didn't want to, like, touch it and taste it. I stuck my head in there and had a sniff to see what it was. In there, it's just a little bit of water. Thankfully. But, yeah. Anyway, toilet chemical, where are ya?
You got it?
Yes. So we've tried basically every single type of chemical, like liquids through to the sachets, through to like, I think we tried like nappy sand or eucalyptus oil once, was just something read on a forum. And we reckon this stuff works the best. Like Shani said, we've been trying it the last couple of weeks and it's great. And what I really like about it is that it actually like doesn't smell too bad. The other ones, once they get full, they kind of get this really...
Not kind of, they definitely still get a smell.
But I'm going to say 100% better.
No, it's 100%. Like, I can actually go into the toilet, bathroom area and breathe.
Yeah, so Shani's got a rather sensitive nose. You won't catch her sticking her nose in the toilet area and having a smell. But yeah, she can actually use it. She's stoked with it and happy with it. That to me is a pretty big win. Another thing they do is just this quick cleaning spray. It kind of comes in this cordial. You mix it based on what you want to do with it. And you can kind of flush your toilet with that if you're trying to save water, clean your bathroom area. And the active ingredient is all probiotics, which is what stands out to me. So it's all biodegradable. You can dig a hole and just bury your stuff knowing that it's all safe to do so. Being probiotic is the main thing that breaks down all the poo-poos. Yeah. Those that don't know how this stuff works, it's just a little sachet that you just drop into your toilet with a couple of litres of water and Bob's your auntie.
So this is called Eco Traveler Pro Retreat.
Pro Retreat. You're the worst with names, hey.
Sorry guys, it's actually called Eco Traveler Pro Treat. So we'll leave the details in the description link below if you want to get some for your van hold. I think we have a 10% discount code too, so we'll put that in there.
So it is New Year's week pretty much, that week between like just before New Year's and just after New Year's. It's been pretty cruisy for us. We have done some pretty cool stuff around here though. We went and checked out berry farms, School of Berries. We tried a bit of crabbing. We tried a bit of fishing. We actually got some fish. We did New Year's, obviously. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, I'll roll the clips on now.
Whoa.
This thing's got full drive and just what?
Really?
Insane, yeah.
That's cool.
Just take this up the bottom.
Yeah, big.
You have camels!
Oh, yeah.
Look at the camels!
No, don't hand feed the camel, but
No, I don't think I could. Hey Ollie, look at the camels! Oh, it's crazy!
you want to hold it?
Yeah, give us a go.
That's Cheech, and that's Kabooby.
Cheech and Kabooby. I love the name.
Who came up with the name?
My mum.
Well, what's going on?
The doll's trying to get it.
Oh.
Go away, baby. Go away.
Hello. Whoa.
No way. You too big.
Right, let's roll.
We gotta roll out. You're getting too friendly. Yeah, we're gonna go open it. Wanna find the keys? Find the keys. Go. And this is home for a couple of nights. Tonio's on the whippersnipping. Loves it. Have you used one of these before?
I've used plenty of whippersnippers in my time, but this is the first time I've got full councilman outfit. You want it your highway mode, call Tony. 1-800 Tony's highway mowing. Go on, give it some.
The pliers job.
There was a key in there. Thanks, Leo.
Oh my goodness, you actually ripped it out.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Hi, not my one.
Leo has locked us out of the caravan. I didn't realise he shoved a key in there. It was the wrong key and we can't get it out. Ugh. What happened, Leo?
Take it.
What happened?
Get
Yeah, the key's stuck now. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Last time I let you try and open the door. I'm going to take 50% blame for that.
Is it all good?
Yeah, Tonio got the key out.
He's busted the lock somehow, he got it jammed. Can't get a key in there at all. That's the right key. I don't think the key he had in there was possibly the right key. There. Right up there. Buddy. Right, taking Smoko, go and have a cup of tea, gonna have some mosquito repellent applied, come back, and then we're gonna get this span open.
Like Kiro said, turns out the security's pretty good in caravans.
Oh, I can get in, but I don't want to break stuff.
Yeah. So it's really late. Well, really late for us. It's like nearly 10 o'clock, but Antonio worked his magic and he got us into the caravan. I don't know how he did it. He didn't break anything, so that was good. Babe, does the key work now? Like, can we just use the key? The lock is actually broken.
Try it again tomorrow, play a little bit more.
We'll try again tomorrow anyway. It's forecast to rain tomorrow, so I guess we'll see what we get up to.
Mommy.
Morning chai's brewing. Huh?
The boy.
Oh, you're putting your clothes away?
Oh, yes, I'll call you boy.
Oh, good boy.
Puppy?
Help you? You gonna open it?
Yes.
Open it. Whoa! Did you go out in the rain?
Got the goods. These are probably the best pies, second best pies I've ever had. Like, these beat the New Zealand pies, these beat beefies, these are so good. And this is just some little general store, service station thing out in the middle of nowhere.
They even have fresh produce, so we don't need anything yet.
Yeah, we're pretty good, but when we come, if we come to grab some, we'll have a look in there. It is actually New Year's Eve. We had no idea that it was New Year's Eve, so we're just gonna get into some food, have a couple of drinks, maybe play a bit of music. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
So go ahead and cry, girl. When I saw you and her walking, I would rather go mine.
Didn't quite make it to New Year's, babe.
No, but I'm so tired. I'm
What
calling
time is
it
it?
a night.
Let's have a look. What have we got? Oh, mate. We almost made it to 11, but that's not bad. Happy New Year's, guys. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow in the new year.
Yeah. Gross. Man, this is like weirdly nice. Bottom of. You gonna lick it?
What are you doing? Nice, babe. We're just coming out to Cooler Berries to grab some strawberry ice cream, but turns out they have mango and blueberry as well. So we got all three, and lavender.
But we didn't get lavender.
But we didn't get that one. And we might pick some blueberries too. I'm whispering because I'm in a public place and I feel awkward if I speak loudly. I'm being honest with you guys.
Yeah,
I also look really tired today because I didn't sleep last night because I went fishing and now we have fish for dinner. Didn't acquire the target species, was going for flathead. Unfortunately, didn't catch one flathead, but we managed to get a fair few whiting, so winning. Leo, how do you reckon, mate? Going straight for it. How's it taste?
Nice.
I reckon that's a win. That's good.
Nice.
Can we get a blueberry?
Let's go
Let's go get some blueberries.
Yay!
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 We're gonna go pick some blueberries. We were hoping to pick strawberries, but turns out strawberry season ended in November. So it is now the blueberry season.
I'm not
And
complaining.
I've
Blueberries are good.
yeah, I've never picked blueberries off a tree before either. So first time for everything.
Blueberry?
Blueberries.
Blueberries.
Mom?
Yeah,
Oh
keep
yeah, you
going.
gotta pick the pills upon it. You got
That-
a punnet?
There's one punnet. Done.
How much was it?
$4.
$4, oh yeah. Smells fishy up here.
Smells a bit fishy.
How many did you end up getting?
Kiro was right, we got 7.
7.
7 whiting.
Oh yeah.
We got a big brimbo. We don't normally keep brimbo, but old mate was not going to release, so rather than just throwing him back in dead, we decided to keep him and eat him. Got our production line happening here. Check out the teeth on this brimbo. You can't half tell they're a bit of a predatory fish. This brim actually hit a live bait last night. It's a first.
They don't usually do that.
It's a first for me and Kiro anyway.
Got your whiting prepped up. Smells good.
Yeah, some of that.
Smells.
This is really, really good.
Summer whiting.
Whiting,
Bread and butter species.
delicious.
Delicious. And this is about 7 of them.
And a brimbo.
And a brimbo.
Oh, brimbo taste test. But I tell you what, if brim didn't take so long to grow, I would definitely catch and keep more of these things, hey. And they taste bloody good.
So whiting's not slowly growing.
Whiting is very fast growing. Same as flathead. Good
And mackerel.
species to target. And mackerel. And mud crabs. The taxi's arrived. Hello? Hello? Sweet, I'll bring this drone down before she crashes.
Oh yeah, low battery.
Ready?
Ooh.
Relax, ready? Got my sunnies?
Watch out for poo.
Already stepped on some. Yuck, stepped in poo. Yucky. Watch your feet. Camel.
We interrupt this broadcast video to tell the people what we're having for dinner. So we got mushroom burgers for dinner tonight on some brioche buns. I'll show you the brioche buns. Yeah, what is it? These are the buns. Just mushroom, tomato, some avocado, and
It's really nothing fancy.
nothing fancy, but they're just real tasty.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some visitors coming.
Oh,
And maybe just wanting to say hello.
hello. How's the burgers?
I missed them, hey. It's been a while since we had mushy burgers. These are really good.
They are good.
And we crashed our drone. I don't know how that happened.
The wind, and
wind
obviously
blew
it
it off.
wasn't stable. The
True.
drone just fell from the top of the buggy.
She's still alright? Yeah, she's pretty robust,
It's
I
okay.
reckon.
Oh, you haven't even turned it off yet.
My bad.
You're good for that.
Well, I guess that pretty well wraps up the episode for us, guys. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you do want to see more from us, please hit subscribe. I'm pretty excited for what 2021 has to offer. If you guys didn't watch our last episode, we got some big stuff happening. We've got some big changes that are going to change how we travel and how we're traveling. That makes more sense.
Yeah. So I just want to elaborate on that. So I guess the next month possibly is going to look pretty quiet for us. Not as much traveling, but more sort of local exploring.
Getting stuff done on the
Yeah.
down low.
On the down low. But we will share more with you guys as soon as we know more. Got some
Please
cool stuff
subscribe,
happening.
guys. We'll see you next Monday.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Oh, so I'm back with no crabs, but Shani still loves me. She's made me pancakes. Thanks, babe. I wouldn't make me pancakes if I didn't catch crabs.